Here, ramble bamble at you again. I didn't sleep too bad last night. I was up pretty late, but I slept all right. I'm a walking miracle, to tell you the truth. I'm quite a walking miracle. If you would have known me in my past, part of my life. I mean, first of all, you have to be an honest person. That's where I'm not a criminal. There's plenty of people that do know me that are criminals that are not honest. But if you're an honest person, if you've known me in my past, you've seen me in my earlier days, and then in my dark hours, and then now, I'm a walking miracle, man. Things have happened for me that shouldn't even be possible. What was I going to talk about? I don't remember. Oh, that's what it is. So, as I just spoke about my friend Dion, who was Simon Peter, you know, that's what was going on. Like moved into these apartments, and then I ended up getting a crush on a girl that worked in the office for a little bit. Turned out to be Mary Magdalene. By the grace of God, I didn't end up with her. Okay, I'm glad that I on my way to Lauren. By the grace of God, I didn't marry my first love either, even though I loved her at the time. I don't know what Lauren's story is. I don't want to hurt her. I know she's been in love with her first love. Hurt her really bad. Who knows? I don't know her story. I've never physically sat next to her and talked to her yet, but I will. Like, uh, you know, I have a tendency because I'm an honest person, even when I was not being Jesus Christ, the person that says things that no one else says. When I was much more gentle and mild. I've always, even when I was a criminal and shit, like you call me a criminal. When I was a drug addict and shit, I was tended to be kind of honest, man. I might have been sick, but I had a good heart. But then, like, once I start trying to, like, me personally, when I start trying to clean up my life and I seek God out, I tend to be honest. I tend to cause problems for criminals because of that. I mean, you can look back at, like, when I went to AA as a kid, well, not even as a kid, but like when I got sober the first time in 2002 at Serenity Hall in Garden Grove, California. Like, there's lots of, they call them old timers, that people that have been sober a long time. I came in there and before too long, something I didn't even know what I was doing. I was causing a lot of problem for the corruption inside of AA. And everywhere I go, like I'd go to AA and there'd be people there been there forever. I show up, start getting sober, and being myself, just speaking, not giving anyone any shit. And it causes problems for a lot of people. And it happened here in Spokane too. I caused problems there. And then when I sobered up this final time, I'd cause problems for AA and where I was going. The criminals that were in the AA group that I was going to, they're like most of them split, and the remaining criminals wanted me to leave, and I left on my own, not because of them. So I was like tired of the fucking liars, but like criminals that were going to AA group that I went to, that I got sober with, like wanted me to leave. The ones that were criminals, like I showed up and they split pretty quick once I sobered up. Not all. Some people were good that left and stayed in the distance and watched. There's some people from A that are still watching me, and there's some people that are criminals that are watching me. There's probably plenty of people in California that I sobered up with that are watching me now. People that are proud of me, people that don't like me, people that are just going, "Fuck, who is this guy?" They knew I was Jesus, a lot of them probably, but now I definitely am. But like, I caused problems in A as a kid. Call it a kid because I was in my 20s, and I come up here in my 30s and I'm causing problems in AA here. The criminals leave here too. Then I move into this apartment complex, and then I start causing problems for the prostitution ring. And then and then people, oh shit, we gotta get rid of this guy, and they try to have someone kill me, and then they arrest me and they drug me because I'm bringing down prostitution rings, so I'm busting criminals. So then eventually the police, I get moved over to Deese, and I start causing problems for the prostitution ring through the Deese property management over there in Spokane too. I cause problems there too. So the police arrest me, and they put me in crooked psych wards, and I cause problems in the crooked psych wards because I'm outsmarting the doctors because I'm in no way, shape, or form mentally ill. I'm not mentally ill. I'm causing problems for the doctors. So like everywhere I go, I seem to disturb the pot of criminals. So in all honesty, the criminals, a truly corrupt, lying piece of dirt criminal in the U.S. They always sneak in the dark. You don't see them sneaking. They're plotting behind the scenes, making network phone calls, trying to figure out crooked doctors watching it, judges, lawyers, whoever. Crooked people trying to get you in some way or shape or form, use some false evidence against you. Partway true, but really false because they're painting it in a false light. And hello to you too. This crooked people watch me, right? I cause problems for the criminals everywhere I go. Now, why did I say this? I can't remember exactly. Other than I think I'm still causing problems because like here I'm speaking, it looks like no one sees me, but by now it doesn't matter. I say there's a lot of people that do see me, and some of the corrupt people know that a lot of people see me. So I'm causing problems still. So they're always trying to get me. And all I was looking for is my wife in the first place, man. From an early age, that I remember standing on the bleachers at Gilbert Elementary, like thinking a female. I was looking for her. Couldn't say what I call her wife, girlfriend, whoever it was. I was looking for my wife, Lauren Daigle, from the beginning. My first words ever were "see the moon," and Matthew 24 calls Lauren the moon and me the sun. I was looking for my wife. That's what first words when I was a baby were "see the moon." I was looking for Lauren. That's just born 15 years after me. But like I caused problems for criminals, man. I can't remember what led me to this, but yeah, it's like that's what happened when I was over at the River Rock Apartments. You know, Desiree's mother was a fucking madam running her own daughter, man. Desiree's mother betrayed her own fucking daughter, kept her trapped as a prostitute, selling her daughter out for sex to the neighborhood, man. That ain't cool. That ain't cool, man. Her own mother did this to her. That's fucked. And I was causing problems for the gangs and sex ring over there. So Barbara fucking pulled her two employees, Deanna and Eric, who I was friends with, the fuck away from me. I got really cut off. Sometimes people would come outside, I'd get messed. People would harass me that were within the gang. They'd give me shit, but I was causing problems for criminals, man. All I'm trying to do is go home with my wife. All I want to fucking do. I'd like to be a musician. I really want my wife, and everything else comes after that. I want my wife, man. I'm still stuck here in limbo waiting. Call it purgatory. I'm here to purge not myself of my sins. I'm here to purge the rest of the world of their sins. The people that are honest and decent and made mistakes, I'm here to help heal them. The criminals, I'm here to bust them. This is purgatory. Where I'm in purgatory, I'm innocent of all sins. At this point in my life, I've overcome the world. I have overcome sin at this point in my life. Yeah, I had to get lost in the dark in my earlier life. I mean, how do you have imagine to be a skilled forest guide to get people that are lost in the forest out of the forest. You might want someone that's been lost in the forest and managed to survive and found their way out of the forest. Imagine someone's been lost in a mental illness and has found their way out. Then someone like me, that's me. You can lead people out. Someone was lost in alcoholism. You can lead people out. Someone like me that thought I was stupid and was nothing realizes I'm smart. I'm leading people out. It just takes book smarts are one thing you can theorize what it's like, but someone who's lived it and been there can lead people out in a way that you can. So that's why God had me get lost into sin in my earlier life, so I can find my way out and start reaching people's hearts and lead people out. But I just want to go home. I'm still causing problems from the corruption. I'm scared they're going to put me in prison again. God willing, they won't. If they do, they'll get me out quick because Trump knows I'm innocent. I'm with the Trump administration, Spokane Police Department. And according to Kash Patel, I'm with the FBI now, too. And with Mike Pompeo, it sounds like I'm heavily involved in the military and the CIA without even knowing it. So, I'm causing problems for criminals. And let me say one more thing. Notice that Mike Pompeo is not the standing CIA Secretary of Defense guy, but Pete Hegseth is the Secretary of Defense, something like that. I may not have all the details, specifications correctly. Mike Pompeo is still the boss man of the military. It's not anyone else. It's not Marco Rubio. It's not Pete Hegseth. It's Mike Pompeo. So when you see Trump firing Pam Bondi, watch out. She's a Green Lantern. So is Kash Patel a Green Lantern. I'm a developing Green Lantern, but in a different way. I'm just an honest man, a little dork. Kash Patel and Pam Bondi are skilled, man. I'm just a little dork, but I'm a Green Lantern. I'm Jesus Christ, man. But they're their own form of Green Lanterns. So just because it seems, just like it seems that Trump is dumping Pam Bondi, he's gonna make her look bad and act like he's angry at her, and Kash Patel's ditcher. They say, "Hey, we all like Dan Bongino." Well, I'll tell you what, Dan Bongino's fake news. He's like a keystone. You know what happens? Have you ever played the game Jenga? You pull the wrong thing and everything comes falling. That's what's gonna happen if you pull Dan Bongino and keep Pam Bondi in. Pull Dan Bongino out, and then all the corrupt will fall. But guess what? It's going to be even more interesting because instead they're going to pull out Pam Bondi and the rest of the actual criminals, the fake news, Dan Bongino, Pete Hegseth, all these criminals that think they're getting away with something. A massive structure fall. It's called the bait and the switch. Bait and switch. Little